Hey, everybody! Yes, still alive, still here, still kicking it in the basement. Oh boy. I usually have better openers than that for everybody. I was on a streak this week, every night, great jokes, hilarious jokes, only the best jokes, excellent, the best jokes. I forgot every single friggin' one of them. I had something hilarious to say. I was like, I'm going to say that in the video. Everybody will crack up. And I screw it up. Oh, that was it. Yeah, it was something like, I don't know, it was like, oh, they give you this for free. You know, it's okay, it's fine. No, nothing that is free is ever good. It's like Chinese food, you know, you get the soy sauce and the crappy fortune cookie. They just throw them in. You didn't order that stuff. When you didn't order something and you get something anyway, it's probably not going to be so great. Except for that limoncello liqueur stuff you get at the Italian restaurant sometimes. That's pretty decent. That being said, I read your comments, guys, and sometimes I go, yeah, I want to tip my tank as much as I want to tip my tank. But I do agree. Sometimes I go a little overboard. Honestly, I overweathered my Sheridan. I want a do-over almost. I mean, it looks cool, but I kind of like, And then I saw a real Sheridan at the Armor Annex at Fort Benning, Georgia, and it was preserved mostly. It wasn't fully really restored. It was just preserved. And I went, yeah, I should really build another Sheridan, but I'm like, nah, I don't have another $1,000. So, that being said, I lightly chip this in edges and near openings and hatches, places that would get, you know, heavy wear, you know, high traffic areas, and I went. This was some of the lightest chipping I have done yet. What I got to do now, I also toned down the rust a little bit on the exhausts. I did some dry brushing with some of my chipping compounds, a little black red brownish mixture that Andy recommends, and I did that. And now what I need to do is I need to flat clear in all of this stuff. I got all my panel liner on. I'd use black panel liner so it would show up somewhat. I wanted the weld seams and whatnot to pop a little. So now I got to flat clear it, lock all this in. Then we can go ahead and do some streaking grime, a little streaking rust, and maybe a little dusting of buff. Just a dust of buff to kind of blend everything in. And then we're done. I have some stowage bits from World War II German, but I might have a use for those bits on future projects anyway, so I'm not going to do them for this tank. I'm going to save them for later. Saving things for later. Not always a good idea. Let's save this for later. Later comes along and you go to it, and you're like, who the hell saved this? I don't want this anymore. Saving it for later, sometimes good, sometimes not. Saving it for later. Let's put this away and save it for later. You may forget where you put it, and you go find it one day, and it's a horror show. Or you're like, why the hell did I have this thing in the first place? I don't know. Yeah, saving it for... Well, we're going to save those for later. We save a lot here for later for you guys. Sometimes it's not that late. Sometimes it's much later. Sometimes I thought I saved something, and I didn't. I thought I saved a bunch of jokes this week in my brain. And I found out some of the greats. We've had a lot of time on our hands. I've been going through, oh my God, people. Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah, he's alive. He is. He's alive. He's bald, almost. But, yeah, I watched one of his specials. That was hilarious. Some of the Seinfeld stuff. A bunch of George Carlin. Oh, man. You can't say the stuff he said anymore. For the most part. Woof, man, you'll be on a watch list quick. He probably was on a watch list from, like, the Carter administration. Yeah, he's pretty old. But, yeah, been doing a lot of Netflixing and YouTubing, watching, and not much doing. So we're doing today. Okay, let me clear this and we'll get right back to you, okay? BRB, guys. Welcome back, guys. Clear coat's dried. Quick question for everyone. What's the difference between a basement sink and a urinal? The basement sink can flush with either hot or cold water, is the answer. Ha 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 ha. Okay, alright, we're back. There we go. I mean, Not that it's an old one in the stable, but not my best. But it's a solid go-to. So what we're gonna do is we've got our we're just gonna rehash again. So we got some white spirits from AK, and we got our AK Streak and Grime. And like I said, I'm not gonna overly weather this tank. So I'm gonna do the Andy's Hobby Headquarters style here, and we're just gonna wash this sucker down. Okay, wash it down, just to let everything run and drip as you want it to. Okay, just there we go. And we get her moistened up. You know, some people that's a trigger word. The whole moisten, they just shake. Make sure your Streak and Grime is properly agitated. Okay, I zoomed in so you can actually see what I'm doing. Sometimes I forget to do that. People are like squinting at their computer screens, going, "What's he doing?" Let's just liberally dip it in. Liberally, don't dip it too liberally. It may start protesting. Here we go. Oh boy, bump. I know. Okay, so you don't, it's the Streak and Grime. I mean, especially on the lighter areas, but it does show up on the dark. So we just want a little dabble do here and there. Anywhere you think stuff would kind of catch and drip down. Sort of like a rain gutter, like we want to get it right at those corners of those weld seams. That's where you're gonna get some grime. There's no exact science to this. It doesn't really matter. Alright, we just do that. I know, I make it look so easy. No, it's really not that hard. And then we get some of the excess over that, and we can just start pulling her down. And the more you go over this, the more it blends. And at a point you'll just wipe it away practically, but when it dries, it leaves just a gentle reminder that you had Streak and Grime there. I need a little more. I like to do it on the lighter parts. It pops. Holy moly, we got a lot on there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then we can just streak her down. And that's okay. See, so you can just kind of get rid of it, basically, if you think you got too much. But yeah, that's it. It's a nice little effect. Gives you a little bit of shmoo here and there. We love our shmoo. Big fans of shmoo in this place. And then we can do a little lower down. That guy, like edges where there's straps and things may naturally happen. See, and then when you blend it in, it's nice and subtler. And there we go. See, and you wipe away too much, just go back and add a little more. And that's that. It's pretty easy. Listening to synthwave today. I pre-ordered. So I don't know if you guys. I'm sort of old. I'm not old. I feel young. No, I don't. Maybe some days I do. I don't know. Acting maturing. Vocabulary. Reset. Acting immature is some sign of youth, potentially, but I don't know. Yeah, so either way, long story short, I got like the Nintendo Mini, the Super Nintendo Mini, the PlayStation 1 Mini, the Genesis Mini, and I pre-ordered the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and unfortunately, due to some event that happened in a large communist country, my pre-order was delayed, because that is for where they manufactured it, to ship it to the United States, and it said January 5th, 2021 is your new estimated date. I was like, it sucks. It showed up today, guys. It's huge. It's a big sucker. Let me go grab it. Hold on. Oh yeah. And okay, here we go. Like, it's gigantic. Look at that. It looks pretty legit. It looks like the old console. It's pretty nice. But when you compare it to like a PlayStation Mini Classic and you're backwards. A Genesis Mini Classic. I mean, this thing is big. I mean, there's nothing. I don't know if there's much more advanced stuff inside of it. The Genesis, the little door opens. They don't have miniature cartridges. But yeah, I thought, I don't know. Just a little side note. Some of us have more than one hobby. Mine is, I was branded with a term. Some people don't like that these days, you know. But I was branded by my younger brother-in-law as a casual gamer, because I don't want one of those, you know, things where you're on the computer with the headset at all hours, you know, 12 hours a day. You're just gaming. Yeah, it's too hardcore. I'm going to pick up a game, play it for half an hour. It loses my fancy. Off with ye. I will see you again later when I feel like it. But yeah, I'm a casual gamer. So I got to streak up the front of the tank. I'm going to do a little bit on the top and then some on the back. And I'll be back. BRB. Hey boys, check out my ass. No, the butt of the tank, the rear end. I got a little bucket, or little, you know, it's like the gratuitous bucket on the German tank thing now. It's like almost a gag, but I put it on there. It was like, you know what the bucket's like on the German tank? It's like the truck nuts of World War II German military vehicles. That's the best way I could describe it. I live in Georgia now. I've seen less truck nuts in Georgia. Truck nuts, not nuts driving trucks. I mean, or people that are nuts about trucks. I mean the plasticized male testicular reproduction that hangs off of the tow hitch at the back of the pickup truck, the truck nuts. So we got our truck nuts on. That's great. I got a whole bunch more truck nuts somewhere for other projects. I'm giving away too much right now, but yeah, she's all streaked up. Okay. Did a reasonably thorough job on there. Didn't want to go too crazy and catch any criticism for overweathering. The wheels, though, you know, I liked. That was fun. You know, so she's good. She's done. I mean, that's it. I'm gonna throw some clear coat on this. I don't even want to buff coat this. I'm just gonna clear this and call her good. I love it. This wasn't the most difficult thing to build. It's a little wonky. You know, the whole barrel. Even with the trunnion, because I used aftermarket mantlet things and stuff, you know, it was a little problematic. But overall, great tank. And she drives beautifully and sounds good. So, there we go. I think she came out pretty good. I might play with weathering the tow cables a little more, or maybe even, like, gluing them down. Like, give them a little less bend. I like the steel cables better than the stupid ropey string things. But yeah, we're good. So, that's that, guys. She's all done. Finally. We're finished. Are we ever finished? We're never finished. You know, go ahead, you know, to those few who like to critique the work, I always appreciate the constructive feedback and criticism there. I took your advice on this tank, and I did not overly chip it. I'm very happy with it. The barrel, I got some streaking. I didn't chip up the barrel like crazy. I just did chipping just a little on the fenders and a little here and there on edges and things. Not much. Very minimal. And it doesn't bother me. I can go to bed at night knowing that. Other things keep me up at night now. Like beer and YouTube and Netflix and things like that. But yeah, this tank is not one of them. So there we go. She looks good. There's a little extra slack in these tracks. I might have added one too many teeth. I'm going to go ahead and just tighten up that rear return roller if I find that I'm having too much slack. But yeah, these impact tracks, I love them. They're really nice. I got to run the tank a little outside to really wear in. There's a lot of paint in here, so it's a little sticky on the sprocket wheel, and it's ripping the paint off the teeth. But I did get the bluing stuff. Oh, I should show that to you. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Of course, they cover the whole label with the Amazon pick sticker. Like, could you put it in a worse place? There we go. Got it. Beautiful. There it is. Okay, this is a gun bluing fluid for if you scratch your firearm or very realistic replica airsoft firing device. So this is just, it turns the metal, well, it's not really blue, I mean, it's black-ish. But, yeah, you put this on, it reacts with the metal at a chemical, molecular, metallurgical, some level. We have a scientist out there. You have the right term. But, yeah, that stuff, it turns the metal black. So that's what we're going to do. And it's really hard wearing stuff. I mean, there's you know, oxide finishes they put on things at the factory, but this'll help. Once we get the tracks worn in, I'm gonna perma blue up the teeth so they're not so shiny, because you could see that even from here. Yeah, we're polishing that metal. But yeah, there we go. What are we gonna do after this? Well, whenever we finish a tank, usually we do an unboxing video. But I already did an unboxing video of the Russian JS2. And this tank wasn't finished. So I guess the next thing we have to do is build the JS2? Or should I do another unboxing video? Ooh, let's see. Again, do the I'm not a real channel. I'm not a channel. I'm just a dude on YouTube. I'm not a channel. So all the like and subscribe, it helps the algorithm. It doesn't do anything. It just makes me feel better. So, help my self-esteem, and as they say, smash that like button? I don't know. Everyone needs a little cheer up these days. So, other than the liquid type, the like button, and subscribe, man. Subscribe! I just need 900 and something more subscribers. No, it's never going to happen. I'm just going to be found by the curious, accidental, hapless few that are Google searching terms for Tamiya, tank build video, Jagdpanther, and that's that. I don't care. Either way, this is for me, and it's for you. Well, the tank's for me, and the video's for you. And that's that. I don't think I missed anything. I think we're good. I think we're done. I'm all out of jokes. I took a shower today, and I brushed my teeth, and I did my hair. I did not want to feel like I was filming, but no one ever sees me other than this. So as long as, and my hands are always dirty at the end of a film. They're surprisingly clean today because I didn't do too much chipping. Actually, I did. That's not true. It wasn't because I didn't do too much chipping. It was because I used a tool to hold the sponge de chippo instead of my fingers. So you know, keeps me a little cleaner. I'm slowly learning. I saw Andy with, you know, the tweezers and the chipping, and I'm like, you can go chippy. I'm like, just hold it. And then I realized all my fingertips were brown and black. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go back to listening to Synthwave, and I'm going to clear coat this thing. Since it's done, she gets another flat clear, and that's it. She goes on the shelf with all the other tanks, all the shelf queens. You know, sooner or later, we're not going to be allowed to say, it's a shelf queen. You know, it's going to be like, it's sexist, or that's blah, 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 that's marginalizing the tanks. I don't know. But, yeah, shelf queen. Yes, so I'm almost out of shelf for tanks then on my existing designated tank shelving area. I'll do a video with all the tanks one of these days. I'll just have every tank in the video, and the comments will be like, dude, you have too much time and money on your hands, and I'm sure that'll be... But some other people will be like, it's an awesome fleet of tanks. And another, dude, what the hell? You could have fed 3,000 homeless people for a year with all that tank. Don't start. I don't care. No, I do care, but I mean, it doesn't matter. This is what would happen when we single take and we just keep rambling on. Diarrhea at the mouth, which is my second best skill. Not the most useful. But that being said, the soy sauce that comes with your Chinese food is not as good as the Kikkoman in the bottle you get at the supermarket. I think we all learned that before. Actually, I wonder if we could do streaking with soy sauce. Maybe I could find a use for those free soy sauce packets. I wonder. Either way, have a nice day, everybody. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekends. Thank you for your service to those who served or are serving. Yeah, I mean, dude, days aren't normal anymore, so I don't know. Go for a walk. Walk your dog. Protest. I don't know. Don't. What's going on here? I got a text message. An image. Oh, should I do this? Let's see here. What do we got? We got an image. What is this? So what? This is a funny This is a funny one. I'm gonna... What? Hold on. I'm gonna cover up the names here. Yeah, it's from the pandemic. It's from one of my friends who sends me funny memes. This is what happens when older people have smartphones. You know. Yeah, that's funny. Isn't that cute? I have a bunch of these. Some of them are good. Let's see. Oh boy, yeah, that's two. No. Now, most of what he sends me, they're very funny, but, you know, those are, I have no idea. Yeah, this is, oh, this is a good one. My wife would appreciate this. How to speak to your wife during quarantine. Dangerous. What's for dinner? Safer. Can I help you with dinner? Safest. Where would you like delivery from tonight? Ultra safe. Here, have some wine. Basically, here, have some wine is the answer. That's the safest answer to give your wife during quarantine. Should you be eating that? You know, there are a lot of apples left. Can I get you a piece of chocolate with that? Here, have some wine. Yeah, that was pretty safe. Yeah, so there we go. That's funny. Yeah. Where's this? Yeah, no. Okay, well, that's that. We're going to... Yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. That's the end of the tank build. Thanks for sticking with us. And, you know, maybe, we'll see you next time. I'm not sure what video it'll be, though. But see you guys soon. Later.